Have you ever picked up the phone and heard a voice that sounded urgent? Maybe it was someone claiming to be from your bank, warning you about suspicious activity. Or worse, a trembling voice saying, "Grandma, it's me. I'm in trouble, I need help right now." In that split second, your heart pounds, your hands shake, and you don't stop to think, because the person on the other end sounds real. And that's exactly what scammers are counting on. Now let me ask you this, have you noticed how scams have gotten trickier over the years? They're no longer the obvious ones with broken English and too-good-to-be-true lottery promises. No. Today's scams are smart, convincing, and frighteningly personal. They're designed to make you react emotionally before you even have a chance to pause. And here's the hard truth, more seniors than ever are being targeted. Why? Because you've worked hard, you've built savings, and because scammers know that most older adults have something they want. Money, trust, and sometimes, even your identity. But here's what really breaks my heart, these scams don't just steal dollars out of a bank account. They steal peace of mind. They take away independence. They leave people feeling embarrassed, even ashamed, like they should have known better. And when that trust is gone, it can feel like the world isn't safe anymore, even inside your own home. That's why this conversation matters. Because protecting yourself isn't just about keeping your money safe, it's about keeping your dignity, your freedom, and your confidence. And today, I want to give you the tools to do just that. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 of the newest scams spreading fast right now that are targeting seniors. Scams that are so convincing, even the most cautious person could fall for them. But more importantly, I'll show you the simple steps you can take to protect yourself and your loved ones. And let me tell you this. The 5th scam is one almost nobody talks about, but it may be the most dangerous of all. So please, stay with me all the way through. And here's where I need your help. If you've ever gotten one of those calls or emails that just didn't feel right, drop a quick "I'm here" in the comments below. Let's build a circle of awareness together, because the more we talk about this, the harder it becomes for scammers to win. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, because every day we bring you practical, life-changing tips to help you or your loved ones age with strength and confidence. And listen, what I'm about to share with you might surprise you. Because missing even one of these red flags doesn't just risk losing money, it can take something much bigger, your independence. That's why I always tell people, after watching this, go to the description and check out the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. It's helping seniors everywhere feel strong, steady, and prepared before it's too late. Because the truth is, being confident in yourself, both physically and mentally, is the best protection you'll ever have. So, let's get started. Let's shine a light on these scams, and make sure that you, and the people you love, never have to learn these lessons the hard way. Let's start with one of the most common scams spreading right now, and honestly, one of the scariest because of how believable it sounds. Picture this, you're sitting at home, maybe enjoying a cup of tea, when the phone rings. On the screen, the caller ID flashes something official, maybe it even says Medicare Services or Government Office. You answer, and a serious voice on the other end says, "Hello, this is Medicare. Your benefits are about to expire. To avoid losing coverage, press 1 now." In that moment, your stomach drops. Because for most seniors, Medicare isn't optional, it's your lifeline. The thought of losing it? Terrifying. And that's exactly the emotional button these scammers are pressing. They want you to panic. They want you to react without thinking. Now here's the truth, Medicare does not make phone calls like this. They don't threaten to cancel your coverage over the phone. They don't ask you to press buttons, give out your social security number, or confirm bank details. But the scammers know that if they sound professional enough, and if they create a sense of urgency, most people won't stop to question it. And here's where families often get it wrong, they assume that because the caller ID looks official, it must be real. But scammers today use something called spoofing. That means they can make any number they want appear on your phone screen. So even if it looks like Medicare, your bank, or even the local police department, it could still be a fraudster sitting in some call center halfway across the world. So, what should you do? The solution is simple, but it requires discipline. Hang up. Don't press a button. Don't give them your date of birth, your social security number, or even your address. Just hang up. If you're worried it might have been real, don't call the number they gave you. Instead, use the number printed on your official Medicare card or the number from the official government website. That way, you know you're speaking directly to the real organization, not a scammer trying to steal your information. And let me reassure you, you are not alone in this. So many seniors have gotten these calls. Some even receive them multiple times a week. Scammers cast a wide net, hoping to catch just one person off guard. But the more you know, the less power they have over you. Because here's the bottom line, if you ever feel pressured, rushed, or threatened over the phone, that's your sign. Real organizations don't use scare tactics. Scammers do. But health scares aren't the only trick scammers use. Some of them go straight for the heart. And this one is cruel, because it plays on the love you have for your family. Picture it, the phone rings late at night. You answer, half asleep, and on the other end is a shaky, panicked voice. "Grandma, it's me. I'm in trouble. Please, don't tell Mom and Dad, but I need money right now." Your chest tightens. You hear fear in their voice. You don't stop to question it, because it sounds just like your grandson. Maybe he's calling from jail. Maybe he's stuck overseas. Maybe he's been in an accident. Your first instinct? Protect. Help. Rescue. That's what family does. And scammers know it. This is called the grandparent scam. But it's not just some stranger pretending anymore. Today's scammers are using artificial intelligence to make it frighteningly real. With just a short audio clip, maybe from a TikTok video, maybe from a voicemail, maybe even something your loved one posted online. These criminals can clone a voice so perfectly that it sounds exactly like your grandchild, your daughter, or even your spouse. And here's the part that shocks most people, you can't always tell the difference. We like to think, I know my grandson's voice, I'd never be fooled. But the truth is, in an emotional moment, when panic takes over, even the most careful person can mistake that fake voice for the real thing. Especially when it's crying, begging, and sounding desperate. So, what do you do? First, and this is the hardest part, pause. Don't let panic make the decision for you. Hang up the phone. Yes, I know it feels harsh, but if it's real, your loved one will call again. Next, call your grandchild directly using the number you already have saved. Or call their parents. Or call another family member. Verify before you act. Another powerful tool? Create a family safe word. Something simple, something memorable, but something no stranger would know. Maybe it's the nickname your grandson had as a child, or the name of a family pet from years ago. If the caller can't say it, you know it's not real. And let me add this, don't feel embarrassed if you've ever been shaken by one of these calls. You're not gullible. You're human. Scammers succeed because they exploit love, not weakness. They rely on good people caring too much to stop and think. If scammers can fake voices, imagine what they can do with computers. And for many seniors, this next scam feels even more overwhelming, because it happens in a world that already feels complicated, the internet. Picture this, you're sitting at your desk or maybe on the couch, just reading the news or checking your email. Suddenly, the entire screen flashes red. A loud beeping sound goes off, and big letters pop up saying, "Warning. Your computer is infected. Call Microsoft support immediately." Your heart jumps. You freeze. The screen says if you close it, you'll lose all your files. Or worse, it warns your personal information has already been stolen. It even gives you a phone number, claiming it's Microsoft or Apple or some official-sounding tech company. And right there in that moment, it feels real. It feels urgent. And most people, especially older adults who didn't grow up with computers, react the same way. They call. But here's the trick. That pop-up? It's not your computer warning you. It is the scam. The message was planted by scammers, and the number on the screen goes straight to them. And once you're on the phone, the scam gets even more dangerous. They'll sound calm, professional, maybe even kind, saying things like, "Don't worry, ma'am, I'll fix this for you right now. Just give me permission to connect to your computer." And that's the hook. Because the second you give them remote access, they're inside your system. They can peek at your bank accounts, lock your files, demand payment to fix the problem, or quietly steal information without you even knowing. Here's where a lot of people get it wrong. They think if they just click the little X in the corner, the problem will go away. But sometimes, clicking is what activates the scam further. The pop-up itself is the trap. So, what should you do instead? First, don't panic. Close your laptop or shut down your computer completely. Restart it. Many times, that alone clears the problem. If the warning reappears, don't call any number it gives you. Instead, run antivirus software, or better yet, ask a trusted family member or a local technician you know personally. And here's the key, real companies like Microsoft or Apple don't send you scary, flashing pop-ups demanding you call them. That's just not how they work. And I'll tell you something, if you ever feel embarrassed for being shaken up by one of these, please don't. These scams are designed to scare you. They use loud noises, flashing screens, and urgent words because fear makes people act fast. But you are not the problem, the scammer is. And as frightening as that pop-up on a computer screen might feel, not all scams hide behind technology. Some are bold enough to show up right at your front door. Imagine this. You're at home, maybe reading a book or watching television, when there's a knock at the door. You open it to find a man in a uniform, clipboard in hand, maybe even a company logo on his shirt. He smiles politely and says he's been working on roofs in the neighborhood. Then he tells you he happened to notice your gutters, your shingles, or your driveway looks like it needs urgent repair. And before you can even process what he's saying, he offers you a so-called special senior discount. The only catch? You need to pay him cash, right now, for the materials. Now in that moment, it feels convincing. He looks official. He sounds friendly. And part of you may even feel grateful, thinking, well, maybe he's right. Maybe I do need that repair. That's exactly the trap. These scammers prey on trust, but more importantly, they prey on urgency. They don't want you to think. They want you to act quickly, because the faster you hand over the money, the faster they can disappear. And here's the painful truth. Sometimes they do a little bit of work, sloppy, rushed, barely worth anything. Other times, they take the money and vanish completely, never touching a single nail or shingle. Seniors are left not only out of pocket, but often with damage that's worse than before. The mistake many people make is assuming that because someone is wearing a uniform or holding a clipboard, they must be legitimate. But in today's world, anyone can order a printed shirt online. Anyone can carry a clipboard and use the right words. Appearance isn't proof. So how do you protect yourself? First, never agree to work on the spot. Ask for identification. Ask for a business card. Tell them you'll call their office later. A real contractor won't mind giving you time. Next, never pay in full upfront, and certainly never in cash. If you truly think a repair might be needed, call a trusted family member, a neighbor, or a company you know personally before making any decisions. And if your gut tells you something feels off, trust it. Close the door. Because here's what I want you to remember, honesty doesn't need urgency. A real professional gives you time, space, and proof. A scammer pressures you to act now. And now we arrive at perhaps the most painful scam of all. Not the stranger on the phone. Not the man at the door. Not even the voice on the computer. No, this one often comes from someone much closer. Picture this, a new neighbor moves in next door. They seem kind, always offering to bring in your mail or carry groceries from the car. Or maybe it's a friendly church member who checks in after service. Sometimes it's even a caregiver, someone paid to help with the very things that make life easier. At first, they offer little favors. Let me help you write that check. Why don't I handle the online bill this month? Or, don't worry, I'll pick up the groceries and you can pay me later. Their tone is gentle, reassuring, even trustworthy. And because you want to believe in their kindness, you let them in, not just into your home, but into your finances. And here's where the danger begins. Slowly, quietly, they start accessing more. One account, then another. A little money here, a little more there. Before long, savings that took a lifetime to build can disappear without warning. The hardest part? This scam isn't powered by fear or urgency. It's powered by trust. Familiarity. Sometimes it's not even a new neighbor or caregiver, sometimes it's someone the senior has known for years. A so-called friend who manipulates kindness into opportunity. And here's the heartbreaking truth. Most people assume scams only come from strangers. The reality? Many seniors lose more money, and more peace of mind, to people they already know. So how do you protect yourself? First, never give anyone direct access to your bank accounts. That includes online passwords, debit cards, or PIN numbers. Second, if you truly need help, set up safeguards, like joint accounts only with someone you fully and absolutely trust. And third, review your bank statements regularly, ideally with a family member or financial advisor who can spot anything unusual before it spirals out of control. Because financial independence is more than just money. It's freedom. And once it's taken, it's not just your savings at risk, it's your confidence, your stability, and even your sense of safety in the world. And here's the truth, whether it's fake calls, tech tricks, or even trusted faces, all of these scams put one thing at risk: your independence. By the way, scams like these are exactly how small cracks in trust lead to bigger problems: isolation, stress, and even losing the confidence to live independently. That's why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. In less than 10 minutes a day, you'll strengthen your mind and body so scammers and setbacks don't stand a chance. Don't wait until fear or a scammer takes something from you. Click the link in the description and start today. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? To realize that men and women who worked their entire lives, who raised families, paid their dues, and built their savings with care, can see it all put at risk by a single phone call, or a knock on the door, or a so-called friendly helper. And yet, here's the most important truth: knowledge is power. Scammers thrive in the dark. They win when we don't talk about these things. They win when fear and silence take over. But today, by listening, by learning, you've already taken the very first step toward keeping yourself and the people you love safe. Because here's the thing, life after 60, 70, 80 doesn't have to be filled with fear. Instead of living on edge, worried about what's waiting behind every phone ring or every knock, you can live prepared. Awareness doesn't take away your independence, it protects it. Think about this: when you know the tricks, when you can spot the warning signs, the scam loses its power. It becomes just another annoyance. Like junk mail in the trash. It cannot shake your confidence. It cannot steal your peace of mind. And it certainly cannot rob you of the dignity you deserve. But the choice belongs to you. If even one of these scams sounded familiar, maybe you've seen the pop-ups on your computer, maybe you've had that phone call, or maybe you've watched a friend hand over money they'll never get back, then this is your moment. Don't let that knowledge sit quietly in your mind. Share it. Protect someone else. Because here's what often happens: seniors suffer in silence. They're embarrassed. They don't want to admit they were tricked, or even almost tricked. But the truth is, there is no shame in being targeted. Scammers are professionals. They spend hours crafting their lies. The shame isn't in being targeted, the shame belongs only to the criminals. So, if you've noticed even one of these signs, in your own life, or in the life of someone you love, take a few minutes today. Share this video with your neighbor. With your church group. With your family. Even one conversation can stop a scam in its tracks. And let me leave you with hope. Because while the scams are real, so is your strength. You don't have to face these challenges unprepared. You don't have to carry the weight of fear. You can feel strong, steady, and confident again. And if you're ready to begin building that confidence, if you want small daily wins that turn into lasting peace of mind, then the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge is waiting for you in the description. It's simple. It's practical. And most of all, it's built to remind you that no matter what life throws your way, you are not powerless. Remember, the more we shine a light on these scams, the less power they have. And today, by listening and learning, you've already proven something important: you're stronger than the scam. So, let's take a moment to bring it all together. The 5 scams you need to be on guard against are these. Number 1, the fake Medicare renewal calls. Number 2, the heartbreaking grandparent emergency scam. Number 3, the frightening tech support pop-ups. Number 4, those phony home repair offers at your doorstep. And number 5, the so-called friendly helper, who slowly drains trust and savings. These 5 alone account for billions of dollars lost every single year. And the sad truth? Many of those dollars come from hard-working seniors who simply wanted to live their later years in peace. But now, you know the warning signs. You know the tricks. And that makes you stronger than the scammer who's knocking, calling, or pretending to help. But here's where you come in. I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced one of these scams? Maybe you got a strange call pretending to be the government. Maybe a neighbor knocked on your door with an urgent repair offer. Or maybe you know someone. A friend, a parent, or even a grandparent, who fell victim to one of these tricks. Your story matters. When you share it in the comments below, you're not just typing words on a screen. You're giving someone else the chance to recognize the danger before it happens to them. One person's story today might save another person's retirement tomorrow. So please, don't keep it to yourself. Add your voice, and let's protect one another together. And if you found value in this video, if it opened your eyes or reminded you of something you needed to hear, then I invite you to do something simple but powerful: hit the like button. That one small action tells that videos like this matter, and it helps more seniors and families discover this knowledge before it's too late. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This channel is here to give you the tools, the guidance, and the encouragement to stay safe, stay strong, and stay independent. Every day, we share practical tips designed to protect your health, your mind, your money, and your peace of heart. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, before we close, I need to leave you with this: don't just click away and forget what you learned today. Every single week, scammers are getting smarter. Every single week, a new trick is being tested on someone just like you. Waiting, hesitating, saying, "I'll deal with this later," only gives them more chances to catch you off guard. That's why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. It's not just another program, it's a step-by-step journey to rebuild your confidence, sharpen your awareness, and give you back the steady peace of mind you deserve. 10 minutes a day, that's it. Small, simple steps that add up to a life where scammers don't stand a chance. So, here's what to do: go down to the description, click the link, and start today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Because every step you take right now is one less worry tomorrow. One less fear. One less chance for someone else to control your life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me here on Elderly Wisdom Guide. Remember, you are stronger than the scam, smarter than the lie, and more prepared than you may think. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.